52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms help make America wiser and kinder with antique quotes that have passed the test of time to make humanity great, with words of wisdom to encourage, educate, and entertain generations for centuries. Get a competitive edge with faster reading skills, alpha cipher puzzles, and repetitive easy math to help us all grow wiser and kinder. Team 27 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 27.1. When love and skill work together, expect a masterpiece. John Ruskin, 1819 to 1900. When passion meets proficiency, truly remarkable things happen. This synergy creates masterpieces that resonate with depth and authenticity. Have you ever been part of a project where both love and skill came together perfectly? Team Quote 27. To be thine own palace, or the world's thy jail. John Donne, 1572 to 1631. This quote speaks to the power of self-mastery and inner peace. Essentially, it's about creating your own paradise within yourself. Otherwise, the external world can feel like a prison. What kind of palace are you building for yourself? Team Quote 27.3. Trifles make perfection, and perfection is no trifle. Michelangelo, 1475 to 1564. Michelangelo's insight is profound. The smallest details collectively create a masterpiece, and attaining such perfection is no small feat. It's a reminder to appreciate the intricate efforts behind greatness. Ever found yourself obsessing over the little things to make something just right? Team Quote 27. For reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Joseph Addison, 1672 to 1719. Addison nails it. Just as physical exercise strengthens our bodies, reading fortifies our minds, keeps our intellect agile, stimulates our imagination, and broadens our horizons. Got any favorite books that have given your brain a good workout? Team Quote 27.5. We all admire the wisdom of people who come to us for advice. Arthur Helps, 1813 to 1875. We often see those who seek our advice as wise, possibly because we value their trust in us. Some mutual admiration society in a way. Ever found yourself admiring someone's wisdom just because they sought your perspective? Team Quote 27.6. Leap and the net will appear. John Burroughs, 1837 to 1921. Burroughs' quote speaks to the heart of faith and courage. Sometimes you have to take bold steps without seeing the safety net, trusting that it will catch you. Have you ever taken a leap like that in your life and found support when you least expected it? Team Quote 27.7. He is not only dull in himself but the cause of dullness in others. Samuel Foote, 1720 to 1777. It's like he's saying some people's dullness is so contagious it can dim the room. Have you ever encountered someone who just saps the energy out of a room? Team Quote 27. Fast is fine, but accuracy is everything. Xenophon, 431 BC, 354 BC. Xenophon's wisdom holds true through the ages. Speed can be tempting, but precision is key to success. Rushing often leads to errors, while careful accuracy ensures quality and reliability. Ever found yourself sacrificing speed for accuracy in your pursuits?
Team 28 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 28.1. To begin. William Wordsworth, 1770 to 1850. Wordsworth's advice is as simple as it is profound. The hardest part of any task is often just starting it. Once you take that first step, the momentum follows. Got anything you've been meaning to start but haven't quite gotten around to? Team Quote 28.2. Routine is not organization, any more than paralysis is order. Arthur Helps, 1813 to 1875. Routine can be mind-numbing without actual organization, just as paralysis is the opposite of functional order. It's a call to action, urging us to see beyond the motions and really bring structure to our lives. How do you keep organized without falling into mundane routines? Team Quote 28.3. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Margaret Fuller, 1810 to 1850. Fuller's words remind us that knowledge is the foundation of leadership. Reading broadens our perspectives, nurtures critical thinking, and equips us with the wisdom to lead and inspire others. Any particular book or piece of knowledge that's been a game changer for you? Team Quote 28.4. Love the giver more than the gift. Brigham Young, 1801 to 1877. It's about valuing the person and their intentions over material offerings. The true treasure lies in the connection and thoughtfulness behind the gesture. Ever received a gift where the giver's love made all the difference? Team Quote 28.5. Learn what is true in order to do what is right. Thomas Huxley, 1825 to 1895. Huxley's advice is a timeless call to integrity and justice. Knowing the truth lays the foundation for making ethical decisions and taking the right actions. In a world full of complexities, it's a guiding principle to seek out facts before acting. Is there a truth or fact that has significantly influenced your decisions? Team Quote 28.6. Never have a companion that casts you in the shade. Baltasar Gracian, 1601 to 1658. Gracian's advice is timeless. Surrounding yourself with those who uplift rather than overshadow you is crucial for personal growth and happiness. It's about fostering relationships that bring out the best in you, not diminish your light. Ever had to step away from someone who was casting too long a shadow on your life? Team Quote 28.7. A contented mind is the greatest blessing you can enjoy in this world. Joseph Addison, 1672 to 1719. Addison's wisdom strikes at the core of true happiness. A contented mind isn't swayed by the ups and downs of life. It finds joy in the simple moments. It's a reminder to appreciate what we have right now. What's something in your life that brings you contentment? Team Quote 28.8. Liberty is the right of doing whatever the laws permit. Charles II at 1689 to 1755. Montesquieu's perspective on liberty is all about balancing freedom with responsibility. Laws provide the framework within which true liberty can flourish, ensuring order while allowing personal freedoms. How do you feel about the balance between liberty and law in today's world?
Team 29 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 29.1. The fruit derived from labor is the sweetest of pleasures. Luc de Clapier, 1715 to 1747. Absolutely. Luc de Clapier's words celebrate the joy that comes from hard work and effort. The satisfaction of earning something through your own labor is unparalleled. What's one accomplishment that brought you that sweet sense of fulfillment? Team Quote 29.2. True change takes place in the imagination. Thomas More, 1779 to 1852. More taps into a powerful truth. Imagination is where innovation and transformation begin. It's the ability to envision what doesn't yet exist that drives us to create and change the world. How do you harness your imagination in your life? Team Quote 29.3. Persuasion is often more effectual than force. Aesop, 621 BC. 564 BC. Persuasion, with its gentle touch, has the power to transform minds and hearts more profoundly than brute force ever could. It's a skill that can win friends and influence people in the most meaningful ways. Ever had a moment where persuasion achieved what force could not? Team Quote 29.4. Genius is a recovery of childhood at will. Arthur Rimbaud, 1854 to 1891. Rimbaud's quote captures the essence of true creativity, tapping into the uninhibited imagination and wonder of childhood. Genius lies in the ability to see the world with fresh eyes and boundless curiosity, even as an adult. Ever had a moment where you felt that childlike spark of creativity? Team Quote 29.5. Speak softly, carry a big stick, and you'll go far. Theodore Roosevelt, 1858 to 1919. Roosevelt's words capture the essence of balanced strength, diplomacy backed by power. It's about being measured and thoughtful in your approach, but ready to act decisively when necessary. This mindset can take you far in many aspects of life. Do you ever find yourself trying to balance these qualities? Team Quote 29.6. Most mothers are instinctive philosophers. Harriet Beecher Stowe, 1811 to 1896. Beecher Stowe beautifully captures the wisdom and intuition that many mothers seem to possess. It's like an inherent ability to understand life's complexities and offer profound insights, often wrapped in simple, caring advice. Ever experienced this kind of wisdom from someone in your life? Team Quote 29.7. Courtesy is the one coin you can never have too much of or be stingy with. John Wanamaker, 1838 to 1922. Courtesy costs nothing but adds immense value to our interactions. It's a universal currency that enriches both the giver and receiver. Have you ever experienced a moment where a simple act of courtesy made a huge difference? Team quote 29.8. From the errors of others, a wise man corrects his own. Publilius Cyrus, 85 BC. 45 BC. Observing others' mistakes and learning from them is a hallmark of wisdom. It saves us from repeating the same errors and often offers valuable lessons. Any particular instance where you've benefited from someone else's experience?
Team 30 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 30.1. Variety's the very spice of life that gives it all its flavor. William Cooper 1731 to 1800. Cooper's insight is timeless. The spice of life lies in its diversity, different experiences, people, and moments that make life vibrant and exciting. Have you recently embraced any new varieties that added some extra flavor to your life? Team quote 30.2. Be true to your work, your word, and your friend. Henry David Thoreau 1817 to 1862. Integrity and loyalty in our endeavors, promises, and relationships form the bedrock of a fulfilling life. They define our character and build the trust that holds everything together. How do you see these values playing out in your own experiences? Team quote 30.3. Fortune befriends the bold. Emily Dickinson 1830 to 1886. Taking bold steps often leads to unexpected and wonderful opportunities. Fortune favors those who dare to step beyond their comfort zones and venture into the unknown. Got any bold plans or ambitions you're working towards? Team quote 30.4. Be slow in choosing a friend, slower in changing. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. Franklin's wisdom underscores the importance of careful consideration in friendships. Building trust and genuine connections takes time, and once established, they shouldn't be hastily altered. Have you experienced friendships that stood the test of time through thoughtful choice and patience? Team quote 30.5. Along with success comes a reputation for wisdom. Euripides 480 BC, 406 BC. Success often comes with the perception of wisdom because navigating challenges and achieving goals require keen insight and judgment. Have you seen instances where success brought about a heightened respect for someone's wisdom? Team quote 30.6. I like the noise of democracy. James Buchanan 1791 to 1868. Buchanan's quote captures the lively essence of a functioning democracy. It's not always quiet or orderly, but it's the sound of diverse voices being heard and considered. It's the noise of freedom and participation. Do you find that the noise is worth it? Team quote 30.7. However big the fool, there is always a bigger fool to admire him. Nicholas Desprez 1636 to 1711. Desprez's observation is a sharp reminder of the peculiar ways admiration and influence work. It reflects the often perplexing nature of human judgment and the fascinating dynamics of societal praise. Seen any modern-day examples of this? Team quote 30.8. Better late than never. Matthew Henry 1662 to 1714. Henry's words remind us that taking action, even if delayed, is often better than not acting at all. Life gives us chances to redeem ourselves and make things right, no matter how late. Have you had moments where you were grateful you decided to act, despite the delay?
Team 31 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 31.1. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Niccolò Machiavelli 1469 to 1527. Machiavelli's sharp insight emphasizes the value of prompt and decisive action. Procrastination often leaves us playing catch-up. It's about seizing the moment and acting wisely without delay. Ever seen the benefits of acting promptly in your own life? Team quote 31.2. The greater the effort, the greater the glory. Pierre Corneille 1606 to 1684. Corneille's words remind us that true glory is often the result of significant effort and perseverance. It's not just about the outcome, but the journey and dedication it takes to get there. Can you think of a time when your hard work led to a moment of triumph? Team quote 31.3. One loyal friend is worth 10,000 relatives. Euripides 480 BC. 406 BC. Euripides' words speak volumes about the value of true friendship. A loyal friend offers a depth of connection and understanding that goes beyond familial ties. Their support can be unwavering and deeply personal. Have you ever experienced such a friendship that felt more like family? Team quote 31.4. Come what may, all bad fortune is to be conquered by endurance. Virgil 70 BC, 19 BC. Virgil's words echo through time, reminding us that resilience is the key to overcoming life's challenges. It's the steady, unwavering spirit that sees us through adversity. Ever had a moment where your endurance made all the difference? Team quote 31.5. Life is the farce which everyone has to perform. Arthur Rimbaud, 1854 to 1891. Rimbaud's words cut through the facade, don't they? They capture the absurdity and theatrical nature of life. The balancing act between taking life seriously and recognizing its inherent absurdities. Ever felt like you're performing in your own farce? Team quote 31.6. Nothing that is morally wrong can be politically right. William E. Gladstone, 1809 to 1898. Gladstone's words are a powerful reminder that integrity should be at the heart of politics. Moral integrity and ethical principles can't be compromised for political gain without eroding the very foundation of a just society. Do you find that today's political landscape reflects this ideal? Team quote 31.7. There is nothing permanent except change. Heraclitus 545 BC, 485 BC. Heraclitus' insight has weathered the ages. Embracing change as a constant can be both comforting and unsettling. It's the essence of growth and the heartbeat of innovation. Ever had a moment where embracing change led to something unexpectedly positive? Team quote 31.8. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. Socrates 470 BC, 399 BC. Socrates knew the value of a solid, unwavering friendship. It's about taking the time to find those true connections and then standing by them through thick and thin. Have you found that slow-building friendships tend to be the strongest ones?
Team 32 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 32.1. Goodwill is the only asset that competition cannot undersell or destroy. Marshall Field, 1834 to 1906. Field's words resonate with a timeless truth. Goodwill, built on trust, kindness, and integrity, holds a unique, invincible value. It's an enduring asset that transcends the cutthroat dynamics of competition. Have you seen examples where goodwill made all the difference in a business or personal relationship? Team quote 32.2. Conviction is the conscience of the mind. Nicholas Chamfort, 1741 to 1794. Chamfort's observation is a deep one. Conviction acts as the guiding moral compass within our minds, keeping us aligned with our principles and beliefs. When faced with choices, it's our convictions that steer us toward what we truly stand for. Ever had a moment where your conviction guided you through a challenging decision? Team quote 32.3. A man's action is only a picture book of his creed. Arthur Helps, 1813 to 1875. Arthur Helps nails the essence of integrity. Our actions reflect our true beliefs and values, creating a vivid picture of who we are. It's like our own living storybook, open for the world to see. Have you ever had a moment when your actions spoke louder than your words? Team quote 32.4. Be that self which one truly is. Kierkegaard, 1813 to 1855. Kierkegaard's words resonate deeply with the essence of authenticity. It's about embracing and expressing our true selves without pretense. In a world that often pushes us to conform, staying true to who we are can be the most courageous act. How do you stay connected with your true self amid life's pressures? Team quote 32.5. Common sense is instinct, and enough of it is genius. Josh Billings, 1818, 1885. Billings' words ring true. Sometimes what we call common sense is actually a form of genius, a clear and instinctual understanding of what's right and practical. It's like having a compass that guides us through the complexities of life. Ever had a moment where common sense saved the day for you? Team quote 32.6. Force has no place where there is need of skill. Herodotus 484 BC, 424 BC. Herodotus highlights the superiority of skill and expertise over brute force. It's a reminder that true mastery and finesse often prevail where sheer power falls short. Have you experienced moments where skill outshone force in your life? Team quote 32.7. Against the assault of laughter nothing can stand. Mark Twain 1835 to 1910. Twain's would always hits the mark. Laughter has this incredible power to disarm tension and dissolve barriers. It's a universal language that can bridge divides and bring people together. Have you ever experienced a moment where laughter changed everything? Team quote 32.8. Life's enchanted cup sparkles near the brim. Lord Byron 1788 to 1824. Byron's words paint such a vivid picture of life's fleeting yet dazzling moments. The sparkle at the brim of the cup suggests those moments just before something spills over, moments full of potential and excitement. Do you find there's a particular moment in your life that sparkles like that?
Team 33 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 33.1. Let your tongue speak what your heart thinks. Davy Crockett 1786 to 1836. Davy Crockett's words encapsulate the essence of authenticity and courage. Speaking from the heart often means embracing vulnerability and honesty, which can lead to deeper connections and genuine interactions. How do you balance heart and mind in your conversations? Team quote 33.2. Every man is guilty of all the good he did not do. Voltaire 1694 to 1778. Voltaire had a way of striking at the heart of moral responsibility. His words remind us that inaction, especially when we have the power to do good, is its own form of guilt. It's a call to be proactive in kindness and justice. Has there been a moment in your life where you felt compelled to act for the greater good? Team quote 33.3. Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Epictetus 55-81-35 AD. Epictetus knew the true testing grounds of character. It's through challenges and adversity that our strengths, values, and resilience are revealed. Overcoming difficulties shapes us in profound ways. What's a challenge you faced that ended up revealing something significant about yourself? Team quote 33.4. A lie which is half a truth is ever the blackest of lies. Alfred Lord Tennyson 1809 to 1892. Tennyson's observation pierces through the facade. Half-truths are especially insidious because they carry just enough reality to be misleading, often causing more harm than outright lies. They exploit trust and blur the lines between fact and fiction. Encountered any half-truths that left a significant impact? Team quote 33.5. Big results require big ambitions. Heraclitus 545 BC 485 BC. Heraclitus really understood the connection between ambition and achievement. Reaching for the stars often means you're more likely to catch a piece of the sky. What's a big ambition you're pursuing or dreaming about these days? Team quote 33.6. It is a sin not to do what one is capable of doing. José Martí 1853 to 1895. Marty's words carry a powerful call to action. There's a moral imperative in utilizing our abilities to their fullest, not just for personal growth but for the greater good. Our potential can shape the world if we're willing to act. What talent or capability do you think the world could use more of from you? Team quote 33.7. Blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their blunders. Friedrich Nietzsche 1844 to 1900. Nietzsche's words tap into a profound truth about the human condition. Forgetfulness can be a blessing, allowing us to move past our mistakes and not dwell in regret. It's like a gentle mercy on our psyche, letting us focus on the present and future. Ever felt grateful for a moment where forgetfulness eased the burden of a blunder? Team quote 33.8. In life as in chess, forethought wins. Charles Buxton 1823 to 1871. Buxton nails the essence of strategy. Life, much like chess, requires careful planning and anticipating future moves. It's the thoughtful preparation that often leads to victory, both on the board and in our daily lives. Any particular moments where your foresight paid off? Team 34 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 34.1. Life grants nothing to us mortals without hard work. Horace 65 BC 8 BC. Horace's words are a timeless truth. There's no escaping the effort needed to achieve and grow. The rewards of life often come from the sweat, toil, and perseverance we invest. Have you found that the hard work you've put in has led to fulfilling outcomes? Team quote 34.2. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius 551 BC 479 BC. Confucius' wisdom has that timeless quality. It's a powerful reminder that resilience and the ability to bounce back from adversity are true measures of strength and character. Every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger and wiser. Ever had an experience where a setback became a significant turning point for you? Team quote 34.3 Real firmness is good for anything. Strut is good for nothing. Alexander Hamilton 1757 to 1804. Hamilton's insight cuts to the core of authenticity and substance. It's about valuing true strength and steadiness over showy posturing. The real work and resolve speak volumes compared to hollow bravado. Have you witnessed the difference between genuine firmness and mere strut in your experiences? Team quote 34.4. Education is the cheap defense of nations. Edmund Burke 1729 to 1797. Burke's observation about the power of education remains timeless. Investing in education fortifies a nation by cultivating informed and capable citizens. It's a safeguard for democracy, innovation, and social stability. Do you think today's educational systems live up to this ideal? Team quote 34.5. Perseverance, secret of all triumphs. Victor Hugo 1802 to 1885. Victor Hugo really encapsulates the essence of resilience. Perseverance is the quiet, steadfast force behind so many successes. It's about pushing through obstacles, staying the course, and keeping faith in your journey. Ever felt the rewards of persistence in your own life? Team quote 34.6. My object in life is not simply to make money for myself. Sarah Breedlove 1867 to 1919. Sarah Breedlove, also known as Madam C.J. Walker, was driven by a purpose far beyond personal gain. She leveraged her success to uplift her community, create opportunities, and inspire future generations. Her legacy is a testament to the power of using one's achievements for the greater good. How do you balance personal ambition with broader impact? Team quote 34.7. I much prefer a compliment even if insincere to sincere criticism. Plautus 255 BC 185 BC. Plautus taps into a common human sentiment. Compliments, even if not entirely sincere, can be a balm for our egos, while criticism, though potentially beneficial, can sting. It's a balance between wanting to feel good and needing to grow. How do you handle genuine criticism when it comes your way? Team quote 34.8. A good conscience is a continual Christmas. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. Franklin's festive metaphor nails it. A clear conscience brings the same kind of joy and peace as the holiday season, but it lasts all year. It's about living in a way that aligns with your values so you carry that inner light with you always. Anything in particular that brings you that sense of peace?
Team 35 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms? Team quote 35.1. Subtlety may deceive you, integrity never will. Oliver Cromwell 1599 to 1658. Cromwell's insight holds true. Integrity is a bedrock value, providing a consistent foundation that subtlety, with all its nuances and potential for deception, cannot match. It's a reminder of the power of honesty and straightforwardness. Have you found moments where sticking to integrity made all the difference for you? Team quote 35.2. There is nothing like a dream to create a future. Victor Hugo 1802 to 1885. Victor Hugo captured the essence of ambition and hope. Dreams fuel our visions and actions, shaping the future we strive towards. They give us direction, purpose, and the courage to aim higher. Ever had a dream that shifted the course of your life? Team quote 35.3. Bashfulness is an ornament to youth, but a reproach to old age. Aristotle 384 BC 322 BC. Aristotle's observation highlights the different expectations placed on us as we age. While bashfulness can be charming in the young, suggesting innocence and potential, it can be seen as a hindrance in older individuals, who are often expected to be more assertive and confident. Ever felt like you had to shed some bashfulness as you grew older? Team quote 35.4. Necessity never made a good bargain. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. Franklin's observation hits home. When we're driven by need, we often make compromises and settle for less than ideal. It's a reminder to strive for positions of strength rather than desperation. Have you ever found yourself needing to negotiate from a place of necessity, and how did it play out? Team quote 35.5. Even if you are on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. John Ray 1627 to 1705. Ray's words highlight the necessity of action. Being on the right path is important, but progress requires momentum and initiative. It's a reminder that resting on our laurels can lead to missed opportunities. Have you ever had a moment when you had to push yourself to keep moving forward? Team quote 35.6, all money is a matter of belief. Adam Smith 1723-1790. Smith's insight into money highlights its underlying psychological and social foundations. Currency holds value only because we collectively agree it does. It's a fascinating reflection on trust and human nature. Do you find it intriguing how our belief systems shape economies? Team quote 35.7, to advise conceited people is like whistling against the wind. Thomas Hood 1799-1845. Hood nails the futility of trying to get through to those who think they know it all. It's often a frustrating exercise in futility. Ever faced a situation where you had to deal with someone like that, and how did you handle it? Team quote 35.8, familiarity is cruel to beauty but kind to ugliness. Ouida 1839-1908. Ouida's words underscore the ironic way familiarity shapes our perceptions. The more we see beauty, the more it can become mundane, while familiarity with what's perceived as ugly can breed acceptance or even fondness. It's a compelling look at human nature and the way we relate to aesthetics and emotions. Ever noticed this phenomenon in your life?
Team 36 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 36.1. The circulation of confidence is better than the circulation of money. James Madison 1751-1836. Confidence fuels innovation, inspires trust, and can transform societies. It's the bedrock of progress and resilience, often more valuable than any amount of money. Seen any examples where confidence truly made the difference? Team quote 36.2. Difficulty, my brethren, is the nurse of greatness. William C. Bryant 1794-1878. Challenges and hardships shape us, fostering growth and resilience that lead to true greatness. It's in facing adversity that we discover our strengths. Any particular difficulty that you overcame and felt truly proud of? Team quote 36.3. Man can alter his life by altering his thinking. William James 1842-1910. Our mindset shapes our reality, and a shift in perspective can open doors to new possibilities and personal growth. It's about harnessing the power of positive thinking and resilience. Any particular mindset shift that made a big difference for you? Team quote 36.4. To be ignorant of one's ignorance is the malady of the ignorant. Amos Bronson Alcott 1799-1888. Alcott's words are a sharp reminder of the danger of not recognizing our own blind spots. True wisdom often starts with acknowledging what we don't know and being open to learning. Have you had a moment where facing your ignorance led to significant growth or understanding? Team quote 36.5. Perseverance is my motto. Sarah Breedlove 1867-1919. Madam C.J. Walker's story is a testament to the power of perseverance. Her journey from humble beginnings to becoming a self-made millionaire and a pioneer in the beauty industry is incredibly inspiring. It's a reminder that persistence, even in the face of adversity, can lead to extraordinary success. What keeps you motivated to persevere through challenges? Team quote 36.6. Be not simply good, be good for something. Henry David Thoreau 1817-1862. Thoreau's advice goes beyond just being virtuous. It's about making your goodness impactful. It's not just about avoiding harm, but actively contributing to the world. His call to action asks us to use our moral compass to create positive change. Have you found a particular cause or passion that you pour your goodness into? Team quote 36.7. He who stops being better stops being good. Oliver Cromwell 1599-1658. Cromwell's insight speaks volumes about the importance of continual self-improvement. It's not just about reaching a point of goodness, but striving to become better every day. It's a dynamic journey rather than a static state. Is there something you're currently working on improving in your life? Team quote 36.8. Skepticism is the first step on the road to philosophy. Denis Diderot, 1713-1784. Diderot knew that questioning and doubting are at the heart of deeper understanding. Skepticism pushes us to examine, challenge, and refine our beliefs, leading to greater wisdom. It's the spark that ignites a journey of intellectual discovery. Have you ever found that a bit of skepticism opened your eyes to a new perspective?
Team 37 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 37.1. Success is a consequence and must not be a goal. Gustave Flaubert, 1821 to 1880. Flaubert's words cut deep into the essence of purpose. Pursuing excellence and passion should be the driving force, not merely the outcome. When our focus is on doing something meaningful, success naturally follows as a byproduct. Ever found that chasing the passion rather than the goal led to unexpected success? Team Quote 37.2. Advertising is the very essence of democracy. Anton Chekhov, 1860 to 1904. Chekhov's perspective offers a unique take on advertising as a means of communication and persuasion within a democratic framework. It's about reaching people, informing them, and influencing their choices in a marketplace of ideas. Do you think modern advertising lives up to this democratic ideal, or has it taken on a different role? Team Quote 37.3. Travel teaches toleration. Benjamin Disraeli, 1804 to 1881. Experiencing different cultures, people, and places broadens our perspectives and fosters empathy. It's through these encounters that we learn to appreciate diversity and become more tolerant. Have you had any travel experiences that profoundly changed how you see the world? Team Quote 37.4. The trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. Molière, 1622 to 1673. Molière's metaphor is rich with wisdom. Patience and perseverance in nurturing something often lead to the most rewarding outcomes. It's a reminder that the best things in life usually take time to develop. Got anything in your life that's been a slow but fruitful journey? Team Quote 37.5. Ability will never catch up with the demand for it. Confucius, 551 BC, 479 BC. Confucius knew that skill and talent are always in high demand. As the world evolves, our abilities must continually grow to meet new challenges. It's like a never-ending pursuit of excellence. Ever felt like you're constantly chasing the next skill to stay ahead? Team Quote 37.6. I think, therefore I am. René Descartes, 1596 to 1650. Descartes' famous declaration is the cornerstone of modern philosophy, isn't it? The idea that our ability to think is proof of our existence is both profound and personal. It's like finding a deep anchor in the stormy seas of life. How does this resonate with your own views on identity and self-awareness? Team Quote 37.7. After all is said and done, more is said than done. Aesop, 621 BC, 564 BC. Actions often speak louder than words, but it's easy to get caught up in talk without the follow-through. It's a call to bridge the gap between intention and action. Ever found yourself in a situation where you had to remind yourself to stop talking and start doing? Team Quote 37.8. Where there are friends, there is wealth. Titus Maxius Plautus, 254 BC, 185 BC. Plautus captures an enduring truth. Real wealth isn't measured in gold or possessions, but in the depth of our friendships. Those connections enrich our lives in ways that material things never can. Do you have friends who feel like treasures in your life?
Team 38 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 38.1. You must pay the price if you wish to secure the blessing. Andrew Jackson, 1767 to 1845. Jackson's words highlight the necessity of effort and sacrifice to achieve true rewards. It's about understanding that every blessing comes with its own set of challenges and costs. What's a price you've paid that led to a significant blessing in your life? Team Quote 38.2. The byproduct is sometimes more valuable than the product. Henry Ellis, 1721 to 1806. Ellis's insight rings true in so many areas of life and innovation. Sometimes the unintended results of our efforts turn out to be the most valuable. It's like discovering gold while mining for silver. Ever had an experience where the unexpected outcome was better than what you originally aimed for? Team Quote 38.3. Absence sharpens love. Presence strengthens it. Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790. Franklin's wisdom on love captures its complex, evolving nature. Time apart can heighten emotions and desire, while time together deepens bonds and understanding. It's a testament to the resilience and multifaceted nature of love. Ever experienced how absence or presence has impacted your relationships? Team quote 38.4 He that saith to be a friend never was a good one. Henry George Bones 1796 to 1884. A genuine friend remains steadfast through thick and thin. If someone easily abandons that bond, perhaps it was never genuine to begin with. Ever had to reevaluate a friendship based on their loyalty? Team quote 38.5 Friendship is love without his wings. Lord Byron 1788 to 1824. Byron beautifully captures the pure essence of friendship, love in its most steadfast and grounded form. It's a bond that, while perhaps lacking the romantic flight of passion, is deeply rooted and enduring. Have you found that your closest friendships reflect this sentiment? Team quote 38.6 Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Confucius 551 BC, 479 BC. The truly wise understand the necessity of growth and adaptation, while the foolish stubbornly resist change. It's a reminder that flexibility and continuous learning are key. Ever had a moment where embracing change made a big difference for you? Team quote 38.7 In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. Napoleon Bonaparte 1769 to 1821. Napoleon had a way of cutting through the facade, didn't he? His blunt observation reminds us that politics often involves more than just intellect. It's a game of strategy, influence, and, sometimes, sheer audacity. Ever felt like you've seen this in action? Team quote 38.8 It is the mind that makes the body. Sojourner Truth 1797 to 1883. Sojourner Truth's insight brilliantly captures the power of mental resilience and strength. Our thoughts and mindset shape how we perceive and navigate the physical world. It's a testament to the power of inner fortitude. Have you found your mindset influencing your physical experiences?
Team 39 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 39.1. Aspire rather to be a hero than merely appear one. Baltasar Gracian 1601 to 1658. Gracian's words cut right to the core of authenticity. It's about striving for genuine heroism through actions, rather than just the facade. Real heroism is reflected in deeds, not just in the image we project. Have you ever been inspired by someone who embodies this kind of true heroism? Team quote 39.2. All who joy would win must share it. Happiness was born a twin. Lord Byron 1788 to 1824. Byron's poetic wisdom reminds us that joy is magnified when shared. Happiness thrives in connection and companionship, spreading and growing through our interactions with others. Ever had a moment where sharing joy made it even sweeter? Team quote 39.3. Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. Isaac Newton 1643 to 1727. Newton's insight into the delicate balance of communication is spot on. Expressing your thoughts and opinions with sensitivity can maintain harmony while still conveying your message. It's an essential skill in navigating complex social interactions. Ever had to use tact to steer a conversation smoothly? Team quote 39.4. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. Nietzsche 1844 to 1900. Nietzsche's observation is a sharp critique of dogmatic thinking. When people are deeply convinced of their beliefs, they often blind themselves to evidence that contradicts their stance, making it harder to uncover the truth. Lies are easier to dispel because they can be confronted directly, whereas convictions are more insidious. Ever found yourself grappling with deeply held beliefs that were challenged by new information? Team quote 39.5. Cowards die many times before their actual deaths. Julius Caesar 100 44 BC. Caesar's insight into the nature of fear and hesitation speaks volumes. Living in constant fear robs us of experiences and vitality, making us die in small ways long before our physical end. It's a call to face life boldly. Ever had a moment where you overcame fear and felt truly alive? Team quote 39.6. Anger is never without a reason, but seldom with a good one. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. Franklin's keen observation touches on the roots of anger. There's always a trigger, but often the reasons behind our anger don't justify the emotional toll it takes. It's a call to introspection and understanding. Ever found yourself reflecting on the real reasons behind your anger? Team quote 39.7. Money can't buy love, but it improves your bargaining position. Christopher Marlowe 1564 to 1593. Marlowe's observation has a touch of realism. While money can't buy genuine love or happiness, it can certainly influence circumstances and open doors that might otherwise remain closed. It's a commentary on the practicalities of life. Have you found that financial stability has given you more freedom in your pursuits? Team quote 39.8. A mighty flame followeth a tiny spark. Dante Alighieri 1265 to 1321. Dante's words perfectly capture the transformative power of even the smallest beginnings. It's a reminder that significant change often starts with a single, seemingly insignificant action or idea. Have you ever experienced a tiny spark in your life that led to something much greater?
Team 40 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 40.1. Be always sure you are right. Then go ahead. Davy Crockett 1786 to 1836. Crockett's advice is a blend of caution and bravery. It's about taking the time to ensure your path is right before charging ahead with conviction. Ever had a moment when you had to double-check your course before diving in? Team quote 40.2. Know, or listen to those who know. Baltasar Gracian 1601 to 1658. Gracian's words capture the essence of wisdom and humility. Recognizing our own limits and seeking the insights of those more knowledgeable can be a powerful path to growth and understanding. It's about being open to learning from the experiences and expertise of others. Ever had a moment where someone's advice or knowledge made a big difference in your life? Team quote 40.3. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. Marcus Aurelius 121 AD, 180 AD. Aurelius' wisdom is a powerful reminder to live with intention and purpose. It encourages us to make the most of each moment, treating it as precious and irreplaceable. How does this philosophy resonate with how you approach your daily life? Team quote 40.4. The more we study, the more we discover our ignorance. Percy Shelley 1792 to 1822. Shelley's insight resonates deeply. The more we delve into knowledge, the more we realize how vast and intricate the universe is. It's humbling and inspiring at the same time, pushing us to keep learning. Ever had a moment of learning that profoundly changed your perspective? Team quote 40.5. The tongue like a sharp knife. Kills without drawing blood. Buddha 567 BC, 484 BC. Buddha's words are a powerful reminder of the impact words can have. Unlike physical wounds, the scars left by harsh words can be deep and long-lasting. It's a call to mindfulness and compassion in our speech. Ever found yourself reflecting on the power of your words? Team quote 40.6. Failure is impossible. Susan B. Anthony 1820 to 1906. Susan B. Anthony's conviction resonates with the relentless pursuit of justice and equality. Her steadfast belief in the inevitability of success reminds us that true progress is inevitable when driven by unwavering determination. Have you ever felt so passionately about something that failure wasn't an option? Team quote 40.7. The surest test of discipline is its absence. Clara Barton 1821 to 1912. Barton captures the essence of discipline. It's not always visible until it's needed most. True discipline reveals itself when external constraints are lifted and our inner strength is all we rely on. Ever had a moment where your self-discipline was put to the test? Team quote 40.8. A majority is always better than the best repartee. Benjamin Disraeli 1804 to 1881. Disraeli's words speak to the strength of collective agreement over the sharpest of individual wit. It underscores the power of unity and consensus in making decisions and driving change. Ever been in a situation where the majority's voice carried more weight than any single person's clever argument?
Team 41 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 41.1. Fear not for the future, weep not for the past. Percy Shelley 1792 to 1822. Shelley's words are a call to live fully in the present. Worry and regret can weigh us down, but embracing the now allows us to move forward with hope and clarity. How do you stay anchored in the present while navigating life's uncertainties? Team Quote 41.2. I invent nothing, I rediscover. Auguste Rodin 1840 to 1917. Rodin's perspective highlights the timeless nature of creativity. It's about seeing the world with fresh eyes and uncovering truths and beauty that have always been there. His approach to art was about finding and expressing the essence of human emotion and form. Have you ever felt that sense of rediscovery in something you thought you knew well? Team Quote 41.3. Experience shows that success is due less to ability than to zeal. Charles Buxton, 1823 to 1871. Buxton's words cut right to the heart of it. Passion and enthusiasm often drive us further than mere talent alone. It's the fire in our belly that pushes us to overcome obstacles and keep going. Have you ever found your zeal turning the tide in your favor? Team Quote 41.4. No one knows what he can do until he tries. Publilius Cyrus 85 BC, 45 BC. Cyrus captured the essence of potential and discovery. It's all about taking that leap and pushing your boundaries to see what you're truly capable of. Trying is the first step to unlocking hidden talents and abilities. Ever taken a chance on something and surprised yourself with the outcome? Team Quote 41.5. Good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. Isaac Walton, 1593 to 1683. Walton's words capture the essence of companionship. Good company can transform even the longest and toughest journeys into memorable experiences. It's the connections we share that truly enrich our travels. Have you had any journeys where the company made all the difference? Team Quote 41.6. Through science we prove, but through intuition we discover. Henri Poincaré, 1854 to 1912. Poincaré's words beautifully bridge the gap between rationality and instinct. Science gives us the tools to validate and understand, but it's intuition that often leads us to those groundbreaking discoveries in the first place. It's a dance between what we know and what we feel. Ever found your intuition leading you to an unexpected yet incredible discovery? Team Quote 41.7. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Alexander Pope, 1688 to 1744. Pope's line from an essay on criticism is timeless. It highlights the recklessness of those who act without thought, while the wise proceed with caution. It's a powerful reminder of the balance between boldness and prudence. Seen any modern examples of this wisdom in action? Team Quote 41.8. There is no sin but ignorance. Christopher Marlowe, 1564 to 1593. Marlowe's words underscore the power of knowledge and the perils of ignorance. Understanding and awareness can be the keys to overcoming prejudice and fear. It's a call to always strive for learning and enlightenment. Ever had a moment where knowledge truly transformed your perspective?
Team 42 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 42.1. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Sun Tzu 545 BC, 496 BC. Sun Tzu's wisdom highlights the exponential nature of taking action. Every opportunity seized creates the potential for even more doors to open. It's like a chain reaction of possibilities. Ever had a moment where taking a single chance led to a cascade of new opportunities? Team Quote 42.2. A prudent question is one half of wisdom. Francis Bacon, 1561, 1626. Bacon's insight is timeless. Asking thoughtful, well-considered questions is a gateway to deeper understanding and wisdom. It's not just about having the answers, but knowing which questions to ask. Ever had a moment where a well-timed question led to a significant breakthrough? Team Quote 42.3. A word to the wise is enough. Plautus 255 BC, 185 BC. Plautus hit the mark with this one. Wisdom doesn't need lengthy explanations. A simple, insightful word often suffices. It's like a nod of understanding among those in the know. Ever had a moment where a brief piece of advice made all the difference? Team quote 42.4. He dares to be a fool, and that is the first step in the direction of wisdom. James Huneker, 1857 to 1921. Huneker's words capture the essence of learning. Embracing the possibility of looking foolish opens the door to growth and wisdom. It's about having the courage to make mistakes and learn from them. Have you ever found wisdom in what seemed like foolishness at first? Team quote 42.5. A precedent embalms a principle. Benjamin Disraeli, 1804 to 1881. Disraeli's observation captures how precedents solidify and preserve underlying principles. They create a foundation that future actions can be built upon, often becoming an integral part of tradition and law. Ever felt the weight of a precedent shaping your decisions? Team quote 42.6. Harms strike the sight, but merit wins the soul. Alexander Pope, 1688 to 1744. Charms might catch our eyes, but true value and integrity resonate deeply with our souls. It's about looking beyond the surface and appreciating genuine qualities. Ever had a moment where someone's merit truly shone through their charm? Team quote 42.7. How much better it is to be envied than to be pitied. Herodotus, 484 BC, 424 BC. Herodotus' words highlight a universal truth about human nature. Being envied suggests success and admiration, while being pitied implies failure or misfortune. It's a reflection on how we perceive ourselves through the eyes of others. Ever had a moment where you felt the sting of pity or the thrill of envy? Team quote 42.8. One man with courage makes a majority. Andrew Jackson, 1767 to 1845. Jackson's words capture the transformative power of courage. A single individual with a conviction to stand up can inspire and lead, shifting the balance. It's a reminder of the incredible impact one brave soul can have. Have you ever felt the courage to stand alone for what you believe in?
Team 43 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 43.1. If I were two-faced, why would I be wearing this one? Abraham Lincoln, 1806 to 1865. Lincoln had a way with words, didn't he? His humor and humility shine through this quip. It's a clever way of addressing accusations and turning them into a moment of lighthearted honesty. Ever found humor to be your best defense in a tricky situation? Team quote 43.2. If you shut up truth and bury it underground, it will but grow. Emile Zola, 1840 to 1902. Zola's words powerfully remind us that truth has a way of emerging, no matter how deeply it's buried. Attempting to silence or hide, it only strengthens its resolve to resurface. Have you ever experienced a moment where a buried truth made its way to the light? Team quote 43.3. Never find fault with the absent. Alexander Pope, 1688 to 1744. Pope's advice is timeless and wise. Criticizing those who aren't present to defend themselves can create misunderstandings and breed negativity. It's about fostering respect and empathy even in their absence. Ever felt the impact of a conversation where the absent were treated with integrity? Team quote 43.4. In the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Desiderius Erasmus, 1466 to 1536. Erasmus' proverb captures the idea that even a slight advantage can set someone apart in a world of ignorance or lack. It's a powerful reminder that unique perspectives and knowledge can elevate us in significant ways. Ever felt like your unique insight made a big difference in a situation? Team quote 43.5. What is right and what is practicable are two different things. James Buchanan, 1791 to 1868. Buchanan's observation touches on a critical reality. The ideal of what is right often grapples with the constraints of practicality and feasibility in real-world situations. Balancing moral ideals with pragmatic solutions is a challenge many face. Seen this tension play out in your life or the wider world? Team quote 43.6. Kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish much. Blaise Pascal 1623 to 1662. Pascal's insight is simple yet profound. Kind words have the power to uplift, heal, and inspire without costing us anything. They can create ripple effects that extend far beyond what we can see. Ever experienced the magic of a few kind words making a big difference? Team quote 43.7. 40 is the old age of youth. 50 is the youth of old age. Hosea Ballou 1771 to 1852. Ballou captures the evolving nature of how we perceive aging. At 40, we start to see the end of youthful vibrancy, but 50 marks the beginning of a wise, enriched period of life. It's a beautiful reminder that every stage has its own unique value. How do you feel about the aging process? Team quote 43.8. They can because they think they can. Virgil 70 BC, 19 BC. Virgil's wisdom captures the power of belief and mindset. The conviction in one's abilities can propel individuals to accomplish what might otherwise seem impossible. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of success. Do you have a moment where your belief in yourself made all the difference?
Team 44 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 44.1. To the victors belong the spoils. Andrew Jackson 1767 to 1845. Jackson's words resonate with a stark reality of history and human nature. Triumph often leads to control over resources, decisions, and narratives. It's a reminder of the power dynamics at play in victories, both big and small. Ever seen an example where the winner really did take it all? Team quote 44.2. The man who trusts men will make fewer mistakes than he who distrusts them. Camillo de Cavour 1810 to 1861. Cavour's insight highlights the power of trust in human relations. Believing in others fosters collaboration and innovation, while suspicion can lead to missed opportunities and stagnation. Trusting can open doors that skepticism might keep closed. Ever had a moment where choosing to trust someone paid off in unexpected ways? Team quote 44.3. To read without reflecting is like eating without digesting. Edmund Burke 1729 to 1797. Burke's analogy hits home. Absorbing information without pondering its meaning or implications is like consuming food without gaining any nourishment. Reflection turns knowledge into wisdom. Ever had a moment where taking time to reflect changed your understanding of something? Team quote 44.4. A forest bird never wants a cage. Henrik Ibsen 1828 to 1906. Ibsen captures the essence of freedom and the natural inclination to seek it. Just as a forest bird thrives in the open air, unrestricted by confines, we too desire spaces where we can spread our wings. Have you ever felt confined by circumstances and longed for that sense of liberation? Team quote 44.5. Friendships are discovered rather than made. Harriet Beecher Stowe 1811 to 1896. Harriet Beecher Stowe's words beautifully capture the organic nature of true friendships. They emerge naturally through shared experiences and genuine connection, rather than being forced or contrived. Have you ever stumbled upon a friendship that felt destined, like it was meant to be? Team quote 44.6. Be curious, not judgmental. Walt Whitman 1819 to 1892. Whitman's wisdom is timeless. Curiosity opens doors to understanding and connection, while judgment often builds walls. It's a call to approach life with an open mind and heart. Ever had a moment where curiosity led you to a surprising discovery or deepened a relationship? Team quote 44.7. There is no revenge so complete as forgiveness. Josh Billings 1818-1885. Billings captures the paradoxical power of forgiveness. Letting go of grudges liberates us and heals wounds, often leaving a more lasting impact than revenge ever could. It's like breaking free from chains that weigh us down. Ever felt the profound relief that comes with forgiving someone? Team Quote 44.8. Consequences are unpitting. George Eliot 1819 to 1880. Eliot's words cut to the heart of reality. Actions have consequences that are often indifferent to our intentions or desires. It's a stark reminder of the weight our choices carry. Ever faced a consequence that really made you reflect on your actions?
Team 45 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 45.1. Remember tonight, for it is the beginning of always. Dante Alighieri 1265 to 1321. Dante's poetic reminder speaks to the promise of new beginnings. It's about recognizing each moment as the start of something lasting and meaningful. Every night, every decision, every experience can be the seed of something enduring. Reflecting on this, are there any moments in your life that felt like the beginning of an always? Team Quote 45.2. Diligence is the mother of good fortune. Benjamin Disraeli 1804 to 1881. Disraeli's insight hits home. Consistent effort and hard work often pave the way for luck and success. It's about creating your own opportunities through perseverance. Any particular area in your life where diligence has paid off? Team Quote 45.3. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Aristotle 384 BC, 322 BC. Aristotle's words ring true. The pursuit of excellence is a continuous journey, not a single act. It's about instilling good practices into everyday life until they become second nature. Ever had a habit that made a significant positive impact on your life? Team Quote 45.4. One must work and dare if one really wants to live. Vincent van Gogh 1853 to 1890. Van Gogh's words are a potent reminder of the vibrancy that comes with embracing effort and boldness. It's about not just existing, but truly living, by taking risks and putting in the work to pursue what makes our hearts beat faster. Ever felt like you took a daring leap that made you feel more alive? Team Quote 45.5. Always do what you are afraid to do. Ralph Waldo Emerson 1803 to 1882. Emerson's words are a bold call to face our fears head-on. It's about stepping out of our comfort zones and embracing the challenges that scare us most. It's in those moments of courage that we find growth and self-discovery. When was the last time you took a leap and did something that scared you? Team Quote 45.6. Begin to be now what you will be hereafter. William James 1842 to 1910. James' words are a powerful nudge toward living with intention and purpose in the present moment. It's about aligning your actions today with the vision you have for your future self. How do you see yourself in the future, and what steps are you taking now to get there? Team Quote 45.7. I have laid aside business and gone a-fishing. Isaac Walton 1593 to 1683. Isaac Walton's words evoke a sense of tranquility and simplicity. Sometimes, stepping away from the hustle and bustle to immerse in nature can be incredibly rejuvenating. There's a quiet wisdom in pausing to fish, both literally and metaphorically. Feeling the need for a similar escape or pause lately? Team Quote 45.8. In health there is freedom. Health is the first of all liberties. Henri Frédéric Amiel 1821 to 1881. Amiel's insight captures the foundational importance of health. Without it, our freedoms and opportunities can be severely limited. It's the cornerstone that supports all other aspects of life. Focusing on well-being can open doors to the fullest expression of our potential. How are you prioritizing your health these days?
Team 46 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 46.1. The thought is a deed. Of all deeds, she fertilizes the world most. Émile Zola, 1840 to 1902. Zola's words beautifully capture the profound impact of our thoughts. They are the seeds from which actions and change sprout, shaping the world around us. It's a reminder that our inner world has a powerful influence on our external reality. Have you ever had a thought that led to a significant action or shift in your life? Team Quote 46.2. I am prepared for the worst, but hope for the best. Benjamin Disraeli 1804 to 1881. Disraeli's balance of pragmatism and optimism is a wise approach to life. It's about facing potential challenges with readiness, while maintaining a hopeful outlook for positive outcomes. kind of like carrying an umbrella on a sunny day, just in case. Ever had a situation where being prepared for the worst helped you navigate through it? Team quote 46.3, Republics end through luxury, monarchies through poverty. Charles II at 1689 to 1755. Montesquieu's observation reflects the dangers that can undermine different forms of governance. For republics, unchecked luxury can lead to decadence and moral decline, whereas monarchies may crumble under the weight of poverty and financial mismanagement. It's a reminder of the delicate balance required to sustain any form of government. Seen any modern parallels to this in recent events or history? Team quote 46.4. A friend is one who knows you and loves you just the same. Albert Hubbard, 1856 to 1915. Hubbard's words capture the essence of true friendship. It's about being seen and accepted for who we are, flaws and all. A friend who loves us despite knowing everything about us is a true treasure. Ever had a friend who embodied this kind of unconditional support? Team quote 46.5. Seek not greatness, but seek truth, and you will find both. Horace Mann, 1796 to 1859. Mann's insight beautifully underscores the pursuit of truth as the path to greatness. By valuing integrity and knowledge above all, true greatness naturally follows. It's about prioritizing what's real and meaningful. Have you found moments where seeking truth led you to unexpected accomplishments? Team quote 46.6. Don't talk about what you have done or what you're going to do. Thomas Jefferson, 1743 to 1826. Jefferson's advice speaks to the value of action over words. It's a reminder that our deeds are more impactful than our intentions or reflections on past achievements. There's a quiet power in letting our actions speak for themselves. Have you ever found that staying silent and letting your work do the talking made a big difference? Team quote 46.7. Hope is a good breakfast, but it is a bad supper. Francis Bacon, 1561, 1626. Hope gets us going in the morning, filling us with energy and possibilities. But by the end of the day, we need something more concrete. Action, results, something tangible to sustain us. It's a call to start with optimism, but follow through with deeds. Ever noticed how hope alone isn't always enough to get you through the day? Team quote 46.8. Happiness is a thing to be practiced like the violin. John Lubbock, 1830, 4 to 1913. Lubbock's metaphor is spot on. Just like mastering the violin takes consistent effort and practice, so does cultivating happiness. It's not something that just happens to us. It's a skill we can develop through daily habits and mindful choices. How do you practice your happiness?
Team 47 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 47.1. Stronger by weakness, wiser men become. Edmund Burke, 1729 to 1797. Burke really captures the paradox of growth. It's through acknowledging our vulnerabilities and facing our challenges head-on that we gain true strength and wisdom. It's like the old saying goes, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Ever had a moment where a challenge made you wiser or stronger? Team quote 47.2. The game is never lost till won. George Crabbe, 1754 to 1832. Crabbe's words are a powerful reminder that perseverance is key. As long as the game is in play, there's always a chance to turn things around. It's about staying resilient and fighting till the very end. Ever had a moment where you thought all was lost, but then managed to pull through? Team quote 47.3. Friendship is essentially a partnership. Aristotle, 384 BC, 322 BC. Friendships thrive on mutual support, trust, and shared goals, just like the best partnerships. It's about walking side by side and lifting each other up. Ever experienced a friendship that felt more like a partnership in its strength and balance? Team quote 47.4. Pessimism leads to weakness, optimism to power. William James, 1842 to 1910. Pessimism can sap our strength and dampen our spirit, while optimism fuels resilience, creativity, and energy. It's like seeing the glass half full and using that positive outlook to drive progress and overcome obstacles. Ever experienced how a shift to optimism transformed a situation for you? Team quote 47.5. Live your life and forget your age. Jean-Paul 1763–1825. Jean-Paul's advice is timeless. Age is just a number, after all. It's the vitality, passion, and experiences we embrace that define us, not the years we've accumulated. How do you stay young at heart? Team quote 47.6. Everything that is done in the world is done by hope. Martin Luther 1483–1546. Luther's words strike at the core of human endeavor. Hope fuels our actions, drives innovation, and keeps us moving forward, even in the face of adversity. It's the spark that ignites progress and the glue that holds our aspirations together. Ever had a moment where hope was your guiding light? Team quote 47.7. He that humbleth himself wishes to be exalted. Friedrich Nietzsche 1844–1900. Nietzsche's take on humility and ambition is quite revealing. Humbling oneself can sometimes be a strategic move, with the ultimate aim of rising higher. It's a nuanced look at the interplay between modesty and the desire for recognition. Ever found yourself navigating this balance in your own life? Team quote 47.8. As a cure for worrying, work is better than whiskey. Ralph Waldo Emerson 1803–1882. While a drink might provide a temporary escape, meaningful work can be a lasting remedy to worry, offering purpose and accomplishment. It's a reminder to engage with our passions and responsibilities instead of seeking fleeting distractions. Ever found that diving into a project helps ease your mind?
Team 48 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 48.1. The truth is on the march and nothing will stop it. Émile Zola 1840–1902. Zola's conviction is powerful. Truth has a way of making its presence known, no matter the obstacles. It pushes through barriers and ultimately prevails. It's a beacon of hope for justice and transparency. Ever seen a moment where the truth finally came to light despite all odds? Team quote 48.2. Expedients are for the hour, but principles are for the ages. Henry Ward Beecher 1813–1887. Beecher's words touch on the timeless value of holding steadfast principles over temporary fixes. Expedients might offer short-term relief, but it's the enduring principles that define legacies and guide us through the long haul. Seen any instances where sticking to core principles paid off in the end? Team quote 48.3. Better mad with the rest of the world than wise alone. Baltasar Gracian 1601–1658. Gracian's sentiment captures the essence of community and shared experience. Sometimes, there's comfort in collective folly, as it connects us in our humanity. Being wise but isolated can feel lonely. Ever felt that urge to connect, even if it means indulging in a bit of madness with others? Team quote 48.4. Truth springs from argument amongst friends. David Hume 1711–1776. Hume recognized the value of spirited debates among friends. Such exchanges challenge our ideas, refine our thoughts, and often lead to deeper understanding. It's in the clash of perspectives that truth can emerge. Ever had a debate with friends that changed your mind or deepened your understanding? Team quote 48.5. He never is alone that is accompanied with noble thoughts. John Fletcher 1579–1625. Fletcher's words are a beautiful reminder of the richness of our inner lives. Noble thoughts provide us with company, inspiration, and guidance, even in solitude. It's about finding strength and solace in our own minds. Do you find yourself often reflecting on thoughts that keep you company? Team quote 48.6. Ambition is not a vice of little people. Michel de Montaigne 1533–1592. Montaigne's observation elevates ambition as a virtue, not confined to the great, but accessible and noble for anyone, regardless of their status. It's a call to pursue dreams and goals with passion and determination, no matter where you start. Ever felt your ambition push you beyond what you thought possible? Team quote 48.7. Do not bite at the bait of pleasure, till you know there is no hook beneath it. Thomas Jefferson 1743–1826. Jefferson's cautionary advice is all about discernment and the potential hidden costs of immediate gratification. It's a reminder to weigh the consequences before diving in. Ever found yourself reevaluating a tempting offer after considering the possible downsides? Team quote 48.8. You cannot feed the hungry on statistics. Heinrich Heine 1797–1856. Heine's words cut through the abstraction to the human element. Numbers and data are useful, but they can never replace the tangible act of compassion and aid. It's a call to remember the faces behind the figures. Ever felt like the human side of a problem was getting lost in the data?
Team 49 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 49.1. Nothing great has ever been accomplished without passion. George Hegel 1770–1831. Hegel's insight speaks to the heart of all truly significant achievements. Passion is the driving force that fuels perseverance, creativity, and dedication. It's the spark that ignites monumental change and innovation. Ever found your own passion pushing you to accomplish something remarkable? Team quote 49.2. Man's greatness lies in his power of thought. Blaise Pascal 1623–1662. Pascal's observation strikes at the very core of what sets humans apart: our ability to think, reason, and dream. It's this power of thought that leads to innovation, art, and profound understanding. Ever felt your own thinking guiding you toward something exceptional? Team quote 49.3. I could never hate anyone I really know. Charles Lamb 1775–1834. Lamb's sentiment touches on the transformative power of empathy and understanding. When we truly know someone, it's harder to hold on to animosity. We see their humanity, flaws, and virtues alike. Ever had an experience where getting to know someone changed your perspective on them? Team quote 49.4. Prevention is better than cure. Desiderius Erasmus 1466–1536. Addressing issues before they escalate saves both effort and heartache. It's about being proactive and mindful. Ever had a moment where a bit of foresight saved you from a bigger problem down the road? Team quote 49.5. All things are difficult before they are easy. Thomas Fuller 1608–1661. Fuller's wisdom is a timeless reminder of the value of perseverance. The initial struggle and challenge are just the precursors to mastery and ease. It's like learning to ride a bike, wobbly and frustrating at first, but smooth and effortless with practice. Ever had an experience where pushing through the difficulty led to something easy and rewarding? Team quote 49.6. A wise man proportions his belief to the evidence. David Hume 1711–1776. Hume's principle is timeless. It's a call for critical thinking and aligning our beliefs with the evidence at hand, rather than wishful thinking or biases. It's like building a house on solid ground versus quicksand. Ever found a moment where the evidence reshaped what you believed? Team quote 49.7. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. William Shakespeare 1564–1616. Classic Shakespearean wisdom. It's a playful nod to the value of humor and cleverness over empty intellectual pretense. A sharp wit, even in a fool, brings more joy and truth than the hollow words of a so-called wise man. Ever found yourself charmed more by a clever jest than a dry lecture? Team quote 49.8. Happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. George Washington 1732–1799. Washington's insight is profound. True happiness often stems from living a life aligned with our moral values and fulfilling our responsibilities. It's about finding joy and contentment in doing what's right. Ever felt the satisfaction of staying true to your values despite challenges?
Team 50 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 50.1. A penny saved is a penny earned. Benjamin Franklin 1706–1790. Classic Franklin wisdom. Simple yet powerful, emphasizing the value of frugality and mindful spending. Every small saving adds up to something significant over time. Ever had a moment where a bit of thriftiness paid off in a big way? Team quote 50.2. Virtue is the fount whence honor springs. Christopher Marlowe 1564–1593. Marlowe captures it perfectly. Honor isn't just about accolades or reputation. It's born from the core virtues we practice daily. It's a reminder that true respect and integrity flow from consistent moral character. Ever felt that living by your values brought you a sense of honor? Team quote 50.3. If you enjoy what you do, you'll never work another day in your life. Confucius 551 BC 479 BC. Confucius really understood the magic of passion in our work. When we're truly engaged and find joy in what we do, it stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a fulfilling adventure. Have you found something that makes you feel that way? Team quote 50.4. Be there a will and wisdom finds a way. George Crabbe 1754 to 1832. Crabbe's words resonate with the power of determination and intellect. When we truly desire something and apply our minds to it, solutions often emerge from even the most challenging situations. Have you found that your own willpower and wisdom helped you navigate through a tough spot? Team quote 50.5. The surest way to fail is not to determine to succeed. Richard Sheridan 1751 to 1816. Sheridan's words capture the essence of intent. Without a firm determination to succeed, we often set ourselves up for failure. It's about mindset and commitment paving the way for action. Ever had a goal where your determination was the key to your success? Team quote 50.6. Self-confidence is the first step to great undertakings. Samuel Johnson 1709 to 1784. Belief in oneself lays the foundation for any bold venture. Without that inner assurance, it's hard to muster the courage to take the first step. Ever had an instance where your self-confidence made all the difference? Team quote 50.7. Doing nothing for others is the undoing of ourselves. Horace Mann 1796 to 1859. Mann's words underscore the importance of altruism. By helping others, we enrich our own lives and create a more connected and compassionate world. It's a reminder that our well-being is intertwined with the welfare of those around us. Have you ever experienced the fulfillment that comes from doing something selfless for someone else? Team quote 50.8. Character is much easier kept than recovered. Thomas Paine 1737 to 1809. Paine's insight cuts deep. Maintaining our integrity consistently is far less arduous than rebuilding it once it's been compromised. Trust and character take years to build but can be shattered in moments. Have you ever had an experience where you had to rebuild trust with someone, or witness someone else's struggle to regain their character?
Team 51 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 51.1. What kills a skunk is the publicity it gives itself. Abraham Lincoln 1806 to 1865. Lincoln's wry humor here is all about how our actions, especially the negative ones, draw attention and define our reputation. It's like shining a spotlight on our mistakes. Ever seen someone's self-promotion backfire spectacularly? Team quote 51.2. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Confucius 551 BC, 479 BC. Confucius captures the essence of embracing imperfections. A flawed diamond holds more value and beauty than a flawless pebble. It's a reminder that our flaws don't diminish our worth. They make us unique and valuable. Ever felt like your own imperfections were what made you stand out? Team quote 51.3. That which is everybody's business is nobody's business. Isaac Walton 1593 to 1683. When responsibility is diffused among many, it often leads to inaction or neglect. It's a call for personal accountability and ownership. Ever found yourself in a situation where shared responsibility led to things falling through the cracks? Team quote 51.4. A sympathetic friend can be quite as dear as a brother. Homer 484 BC, 425 BC. Homer's words remind us that the bond of friendship can rival even familial ties in its depth and loyalty. True friends offer empathy, understanding, and unwavering support. Have you experienced a friendship that felt as close as family? Team quote 51.5. I would rather make my name than inherit it. William Thackeray 1811 to 1863. Thackeray's words champion the value of personal achievement over resting on inherited laurels. Building one's own legacy brings a sense of fulfillment and pride that inheritance alone can't provide. It's about forging your path and defining yourself through your actions and choices. Ever felt the drive to carve out your own unique place in the world? Team quote 51.6. There is no greater harm than that of time wasted. Michelangelo 1475 to 1564. Michelangelo's sentiment resonates deeply with the value of time and its fleeting nature. Each moment is an opportunity, and once gone, it cannot be reclaimed. It's a call to action,
to make the most of every second. Do you have a project or goal you're focusing on to make the most of your time? Team quote 51.7. Every dog is a lion at home. Henry George Bones 1796 to 1884. Bond's words capture the comfort and confidence we feel in our own spaces. Home is where we can truly be ourselves, without pretense or fear. Ever felt like your environment gives you that kind of strength and confidence? Team quote 51.8. Vices are sometimes only virtues carried to excess. Charles Dickens 1812 to 1870. Dickens' words strike a chord. Many virtues, like ambition or confidence, can tip into vices when taken too far. It's a reminder that balance is key in all aspects of life. Ever felt like a good trait of yours sometimes goes overboard?
Team 52 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 52.1. Human it is to have compassion on the unhappy. Giovanni Boccaccio 1313 to 1375. Boccaccio's words touch on a fundamental aspect of our humanity. Compassion connects us, offering solace and understanding to those in distress. It's the glue that binds society together through empathy and kindness. Ever experienced a moment where your compassion truly made a difference in someone's life? Team quote 52.2. Anticipate the difficult by managing the easy. Lao Tzu 601 BC, 531 BC. Lao Tzu's wisdom is a masterclass in proactive management. By tackling simpler tasks and staying on top of small issues, we can prevent larger, more complex problems down the line. It's like maintaining a garden. Regular care keeps it flourishing, avoiding the need for drastic measures later. How do you stay on top of the little things in your life? Team quote 52.3. The mill cannot grind with the water that is past. Daniel D. Palmer 1845 to 1918. Palmer's words highlight the importance of focusing on the present and future rather than dwelling on past events. It's like saying there's no use crying over spilled milk. Ever felt the weight of moving on from something that's already happened? Team quote 52.4. Knowledge comes, but wisdom lingers. Alfred Lord Tennyson, 1809 to 1892. Tennyson's words beautifully capture the difference between acquiring information and truly understanding it. Knowledge can be gained quickly, but wisdom develops over time through reflection and experience. It's the lingering insights that shape our decisions and actions. Have you ever had a piece of wisdom that stayed with you and influenced your choices long after you learned it? Team quote 52.5. Whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Lord Chesterfield 1694 to 1773. Lord Chesterfield's words underscore the importance of dedication and excellence. If something is truly worth our time and effort, it deserves our best. It's about embracing quality and commitment in all we do. Ever had a project where putting in that extra effort made all the difference? Team quote 52.6. To keep your secret is wisdom, to expect others to keep it is folly. William Samuel Johnson 1727 to 1819. Johnson's insight speaks volumes about trust and personal responsibility. Holding on to our own secrets is a testament to our discretion, but assuming others will do the same might be asking too much. It's about managing expectations and understanding human nature. Ever had a moment where trusting someone with a secret didn't go as planned? Team quote 52.7. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. Napoleon Bonaparte 1769 to 1821. His words speak to the power of self-reliance and personal accountability. When you take charge, you ensure your standards and vision are met. Have you ever found that doing something yourself really paid off? Team quote 52.8. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? Percy Shelley 1792 to 1822. Shelley's question holds such promise and optimism. Even in the harshest of times, brighter days are on the horizon. It's a powerful reminder that after every struggle or hardship, renewal and growth await. Do you find comfort in this cyclical nature of life?